Cartoons have been around since the late 1800s, and since then, there have been hundreds of shows that have been considered classics. Tom and Jerry, Mickey Mouse, the Flintstones, fucking Teen Titans Go is not one of them. No amount of money can make me watch this shit.
Those apples are supposed to be mine, you dumb whore.
But if you ask me what the best cartoon is, Avatar: The Last Airbender is on that list. But don't take my word for it. There are plenty of people on YouTube going over every nook and cranny of this show. Not me though. I'm just a simple guy who...
I have these keys and I'm just going to jangle them over here, okay? So I'm not playing Sunrise for a couple of particular reasons. You don't want to play more than one polymerization in this deck, right? You want to search it off the Vion, and you want for...
Alright, roll the intro. Bending, the ability to control one of the four major elements, water, earth, fire, and air. But only the Avatar can master all four at once. Why? Because the writer said so, I don't know. Our story starts off at the South Pole, where we meet the siblings Sokka and Katara. After crashing their boat, they stumble upon a giant ball of ice. Inside was a boy.
He's alive! We have to help!
Katara! Get back here! We don't know what that thing is!
After being set free, the first words he says are,
Will you go penguin sledding with me? Sure.
Aw, hell yeah! Avatar is a prime example of the journey, not the destination. It's stated at the beginning of each episode that Aang will save the world, but he never wanted to become the Avatar in the first place. He ran away from the air temples because the elders were trying to force a destiny onto him that he didn't want.
You and Aang must be separated. The Avatar will be sent away to the Eastern Air Temple to complete his training.
Was it selfish? Yes, but he's a 12-year-old kid. What were you doing at 12?
You're gonna lose the Dark Destroyer! Dark! No! It's a secret!
Eventually, he does come to terms with his role as the Avatar, but it was a decision that basically took the entirety of the show all the way up until the last episode. Pacing. If there's one thing this show doesn't shy away from, it's pacing. Avatar takes its time to let you explore every nook and cranny of this world. From the tight-knit communities of the North and South Pole, to the robust infrastructure of the Earth Kingdom, the technological advances in the Fire Nation. The air nomads live upside down. Some of them anyway. And everywhere in between, all the small towns and ports, they all mean something. It's very rare that a show makes me feel for all the little pit stops our characters make. Of course, not all the episodes can be bangers. I didn't really care for the fortune teller, and this guy can suck my entire wiener. But the one episode that seems to be the hated out of all of them is The Great Divide. Aang and his crew had to help two tribes cross this large canyon. The problem is, they hate each other, and they bitch and whine about who fucked over who first. The Ganjins tell Katara of their tribal forefather, an earthbender named Jin Wei, who was tasked with the job of taking a sacred crystal orb from the gate to the east to the gate to the west as part of a redemption ritual. They claim that near the western gate, Jin Wei was assaulted by sides came to Zhang named Wei Jin, which stole the orb, and Jin Wei asked, "Did you guys get that?" Don't worry, because none of it matters. For all we know, none of this beef ever happened. Seriously, Aang tells a lie that helps the two tribes come to terms with each other. Even the writers were thinking, yeah, we kind of fucked up, didn't we? Let's just make the bald kid tell a lie or something. Most of the episodes in the show always end on some sort of lesson to be learned or harken back to a previous one. What the hell did we learn from this? Well, these two tribes are idiots. The reason why they're fighting is dumb, and conflicts can be resolved through lies and deceit. This is a kids show. Thankfully, this episode was never brought up again, and now we get to move on to the good stuff. The characters.
We can take them. 3 on 3.
Actually, Toph, there's 4 of us.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't count you. You know, no bending and all.
I can still fight!
Okay, 3 on 3 plus Sokka.
The characters in Avatar all go through their own arcs. They don't feel forced or shoehorned in because it's relevant to the plot. By the time you reach the end of the series, the gang feels more like a family rather than a group of kids trying to save the world. They bicker and fight because of course they would. They understand what each of them are going through and want to support them in whatever way they feel is right for them. In other words, they all feel human. Aang is this super happy-go-lucky kid who tries to see the good in everyone, and while he is the Avatar, he still has his own set of morals that set him apart from his previous lives. The more he learns about the Four Nations, the more he understands the importance of balance, not only within the Four Nations themselves, but for him as a person. Sokka doesn't like women. That's just a fact. But after getting humbled a few times, he learns that he really doesn't like women. Just kidding. Sokka's perception of what a man and a leader is was constantly being challenged by those he thought needed protection. He realizes that he's far from the warrior he saw himself to be and embraces vulnerability. Toph is my favorite character. No one else in the series has a bigger appearance than her. She's blind, but she'll absolutely snap your wee-wee in half. Also, she makes a lot of blind jokes.
There it is! That's what it will sound like when one of you spots it.
Surprisingly enough, Katara was the one who grew on me the most. At first, I really didn't think much of her, but she has been the one who's been carrying everyone's emotional baggage. And it all culminated in one of my favorite scenes in the entire show, when Katara breaks down in front of her dad.
So why do I still feel this way? I'm so sad and angry and hurt.
It felt like she wasn't just sad and angry at the moment, but everything up until this point. All the strife, all the betrayals. She was keeping it bottled inside because she had to be strong for everyone else. It's moments like this that really make Avatar so special. Complex character dynamics, profound and mature themes. I know just having these doesn't automatically make a good show, but it shows that the creators weren't afraid to explore these topics with a younger audience. Look, I'm as much of a fan of mature stories as the other guy, but I can also appreciate a pee-pee poo-poo joke when I see it. And before you go, "Oh, why didn't you talk about Zuko? Oh, why didn't you talk about Iroh?" Shh. Shut up. Explaining those two would basically mean explaining the rest of the show. I actually want you all to watch it because I know there are people out there who've never watched the show before, which is absolutely crazy. I would compare Avatar to something like FMA. It's a show that's consistently been at the top and only gets better after every rewatch. And for the ones who say this shit is overhyped, fuck you, get some help, I'm out of here.
Leaves from the vine, falling so slow, like fragile tiny shells, drifting in